discuss, I'm just going to kid. We're going to be talking about a couple things. We're talking about me. Something pretty cool. And I've done some pretty sick stuff. So, that's why you get the privilege of hearing one of those stories. I had to be about 22, maybe 23. I might have been 21 when this happened. Maybe just 21, 23. This happened. I don't really remember what year. Because a lot of stuff happens. I just happen to be there. And there was this, it was one night. It was in Idaho. It was dark. It was kind of summer night-ish. I'm just standing outside. And I hear a big, large, metal crunching sound outside. And I was outside. It was from about a block away. I could hear it. And then I could hear it some more. And then I hear the engine start revving up. And then I hear it flipping. And then I hear a car accident happen. Oh shit. And I could see one of the cars from where I was standing. About maybe 100 yards. And I could see it. I see the lights blinking and it was all fucked up. And it's sitting on a railway. Where a railway crosses, it was a train. Kind of hooked it down, nice easy jog. I was running up with these kids, they had to be in high school. And there was this, they get out of the car, they're all bumbazzled or whatever, and they're all, looking at them, the car's all fucked up. And as I was looking around, I was like, oh shit, they're like, we're on our way to prom. I was like, you guys all good? They're like, yeah, we're all good. And I looked down a little bit looked down the railroad, there's this other car, and that one's fucked. That one's crushed, it's terrible, it's done. So once I understood that these guys are alright, these kids are alright, they're good. I pulled them out of the car, they're all good. Stay off the railway in case the train comes. Trains are always coming in and out right now, all hours. Just stay off that. Do a nice little trot down over to that other car. And there's this guy there, and he's on the phone next to it. He's calling the police. And there's a guy in the back seat of that car. He's fucked. He had blood coming out. He's all twisted up. His car rolled about 4 or 6 times. He's all crumpled, and he's in the back seat of it. He's making weird sounds. And I looked around. Situational awareness. Is there a train coming? All right, cool. Next thing. All right. Not too many cars. Okay, coming. So I went out and then I brought it back in. What can I do for this guy? He's all twisted up. I don't want to move him because I understand if he has some type of spinal injury and I move him, it could injure him even further. At the same time, I'm looking at him. If I do have to move him, if there's a train or a car coming, I can move him. All right. Do I need to put a tourniquet on him and see that much bleeding? The guy is on the phone. He's like, and I can hear this cop sirens coming out. Like, all right, the police are going to be here with an ambulance pretty quickly. It's best I leave him, let the paramedics put him in a neck brace if they need to before they get to him. So I just was watching this whole unfold. All right. And then all of a sudden, there's like, I don't know, 30 people all of a sudden showed up out of nowhere. They just swarmed the car. What are you all doing here? None of you are helping, you're just watching. Nothing I can do now. Ambulances are coming, so I just left. Trying back to those kids, checked on them again, make sure they're all right. They're like, we're on our way to prom. Yeah, it looks like you're not going to prom now, but you got other problems. Car's done. And that guy was like, this is my mom's car. I was like, bro. And then I trotted home with my dog. Oh, by the way, my dog was with me the whole time. Best friend right there. If there's any hero out of that entire situation, it was my dog. Literally, Luca, shout out to Luca. He's a hero. Stayed with me the whole time. That's a hero. You know, pulled those kids out of their car, went to go check that guy. I was going to pull him in off because it was all crumpled up. I needed to rip off a door. Could have done it. It's super strong. Some people need the jaws of life. My arms are the jaws of life. Like, push comes to shove, I can rip a dog right off of its hinges. Like, blackout, and then all of a sudden the door's gone. Oh, how did I do it? Don't know. Gorilla strength, superhuman. I don't know. But I train all the time. Could have done it. That guy was good. He was in the back seat, all twisted up. Made sure he was all right. Moved the door out of the way. Checked on those kids. Went back home, had a coffee, and went to bed. That's what I did. Went back the next morning, or drove past it. This is leaving my neighborhood, right? Leaving past it, there's a bunch of car pieces all over the place. They're still there to this day. I mean, that neighborhood is not Hamptons or South Hills, or if it's even Beverly Hills. No, this is a reservation. It's just lawn ordinance now. Be there for years. Guarantee if I walk there right now, there's probably still pieces of that car all around the train tracks. Everyone was all good, but that was one of the times I was just happy to be there. Pull those kids out. I think about that because I know this similar situations happen to people I know. Just this year alone, I've known at least 2 people where a car got in a wreck, caught on fire, or flipped, and they could not rip the door off of it, and that car died. I know that's happened to 2 people this year, where they pulled up on the scene, their first one there, and that happened, and they couldn't do anything about it. So that was another reason why I train super hard, because I don't want that to happen to me, ever. And then also I have medical training behind that, to understand I can put a tourniquet on somebody with just a belt. I have my iPad with me. I take that with me in my truck all the time. If I need, I can pull it out. I have these things on me where I can use them if I need to use them. But if I don't need to use them, I won't use them. So yeah, those are just some of the things that went down. I mean, one of the instances that happened to this guy, you know, they're driving, his car flips, catches on fire, he hops out, it's burning. The guy in there couldn't get out of his seatbelt. And the guy couldn't get out of the seatbelt, he didn't know what to do. He couldn't rip the door off, couldn't crack the window to pull the guy out. And the guy got burned right in front of him. So, yeah, stuff like that happens. What situation are you in? How well are you prepared? Those are some of the things I think about sometimes. Like, how well am I prepared? Okay. If that happened to me, if I was in that situation, I know for a fact I could have broke that window. I know for a fact with just my bare hands. You'd be like, well, no, I understand that there's weak points on the window, on the corners. And I understand where to hit them with my hands to break it. If I have to. Life or death situation, life's on the line, I can break that with my hands. For a fact I could. I know where to hit it. Like, knowledge, right? Those are things. You gotta hit them on the corners. It's on the corners, you gotta shatter them. And you don't straight punch it either. Because that's an absorption, right? Windows are made to absorb. That's for safety reasons. They make them that way for car accidents. So if you hit it like this, it'll absorb the punch. So it's not gonna shatter it. You need to shatter it. So you need a penetrating punch, right? You don't need a power punch, you need a penetrating punch. And that is either an old karate technique, right? Something like that. You hit it with something like that. You don't want to hit it like that. I mean, some people can do it like this, but this is far more effective, especially hitting the corner. It's going to hurt. Don't get me wrong, it's going to hurt. You might break your, but you'll save somebody's life. Or family. Just using this technique on the corners. Or even if you have some metal, and you hit the corners, it'll shatter. And then you can get in there, and then you can start moving around. Just things like that. Well, the more you know. Be prepared for everything. Expect everything. You'll be alright. Train super hard. Have knowledge. Medical training at least, even if it's first aid. So if you get in those situations, you can help people out. Save a life. Like those kids. You can pull people out of cars. Don't know who they were. But they always remember me, I guarantee that. They always will. They're like, who was that tall, dark, handsome, strong native guy who just showed up? And in the middle, midnight, when no one else was there. Chaos was ensuing. Who was he? Stormy Kid is who I was. Yeah. So be prepared. That's all I have to say about that. Don't drink, don't do drugs. You'll live a good life. That's all I have to say.